Southwest, this week Mr. Bueller students have been playing Modern World Madness. Let's see what it takes to win.
Virginia with the all-time turnaround title. I mean, devastating last year. The #1 overall seed, making history, losing the way they lost to UMBC, bouncing back. And no matter what they did this year, it was always about what are you going to do in the tournament.
My name is Alex Ott, and I won our class March Madness competition off of the Third Reich.
My name is George, and I did interchangeable parts.
Hello, my name is Mary Ellis, and my event was Worldwide Depression.
My name is Sam Spitler, and my political figure was Stalin.
Basically, interchangeable parts is where you take, say you have a broken machine. There's parts that make up that machine. One of those parts is broken in that machine. You just take that part out and replace it with something. That's basically interchangeable parts.
Basically, they were very influential because they created a lot of things. They had a really, they made a lot of inventions. And also, one of my main arguments was that they started the war, and because of this, they influenced and essentially caused everything else that happened in the war.
The Worldwide Depression took place mostly in the 1930s, beginning in the United States, and worldwide stocks and money fell 15%. And because of all of this, 7 million people died just alone due to poverty and starving without any jobs or income.
I know that Stalin is the most influential because he led to tons of changes in industrialization in his country, healthcare policies, like for example, he was the first to have women bear children under his rule.
Now, what I did to win was, well, let's go with the biggest one, my biggest strategy. I made a Congo line in my class, basically, and I had one person get out. Basically, they represent the broken part, and one person getting in as the interchangeable part. And that basically is interchangeable parts. Thank you for your time.
Such as, like the US's inventions, their advancements in the aviation and all that, and then all the other countries who were part of it, and even those that weren't. But more specifically about the Third Reich, they created they didn't really create, but they sort of bolstered Volkswagen, and through making the Volkswagen Beetle, which made Volkswagen become a major car company, which then made all of these huge other ones like Bugatti, Lamborghini, Bentley, etc. They made the V2 rocket, which is like the first long-range guided missile. That led the way for like space travel and all that. They made a particle board, not that important, but still somewhat interesting. They made Fanta, which is now owned by Coca-Cola. And then also they made a lot of advancements in the medical industry, such as like pain medications, and also some to help people with opioid dependence.
They were living really poorly and got depressed, and they saw no reason to live. Prices for basic necessities raised up because the United States and the rest of the world had no money, so prices had to go up for the supply and demand. And because of all of this, 7 million people died just alone due to poverty and starving without any jobs or income. And it wiped out all of this money, and all of these people were affected. And just in the first year alone, $199 million were lost. Many people were affected. And so my class saw that this was like a great event because it led to World War II, and it affected not only the US, but affected the world. And so this just kind of caused all of these problems, and that's why I won the March Madness tournament. Thank you.
He also liberated multiple countries in Eastern Europe before America even launched D-Day, so he went on the offensive in Europe before America had gotten majorly involved, so that's very impressive. And he started communal agriculture to ensure that nobody ever went short on food, so that everybody had the equal amount of food at the same time, so that nobody went uncared for.